Hi everybody, my name is Derrick Amin. I'm here to interview one of the great musicians of Baltimore, a man who has received many accolades for his work, and he does something that's very unique. He fashions musical instruments out of discarded objects. For instance, he can tell you better than I can, and I'm going to introduce to you Baba, which is a term of respect. Baba Abu Jibril. It's my pleasure.
Okay, thank you.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm doing
wonderful,
great.
wonderful. And we're going to thank God for that
Yes,
as well.
that's
right?
true.
Okay. Abu, what are we standing in front of right
Well,
now?
this is a xylophone that I made, marimba, out of mirrors. I was moving one day, and my friend that was helping me tilted the dresser back too far. The mirror fell off, hitting the steps in the pavement, and I heard the glass go bing, 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 bing. I said, oh my goodness, there's music in the glass. So I got a glass cutter and cut it up into bar shapes, and I placed them on a track, and I...
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Now, here's what I want to know. How do you get these things are precisely tuned? So how did you get the tuning and all those things
when I never knew I had perfect pitch until I was 31 years old.
Well, that explains a lot.
I was always playing drums.
I see.
And a friend of mine came back from China, and he came in my house with this strange looking flute, a flute like I've never seen before.
So that's how you started.
When I first opened
You had a memory of that, and you started making...
I was 5 years old. I saw the parade coming down the street. I got so excited watching the parade. I ran in the house. I grabbed the oatmeal box and 2 pencils. I had oatmeal all over the floor, and I was playing the oatmeal box along with the parade, you know.
Isn't that something?
But when I found out I had perfect pitch, I realized noise was notes. And when I was in college, I would listen to people talk and speak. I said, Are you Aries? Because you're talking in the key of C sharp. Are you Leo? You're talking in the key of B flat. Are you Sagittarius? You'll notice F. Gemini is F sharp. Cancer is G sharp. Everybody has a note. There's 12 notes, and there's 12 signs in the zodiac, and the good Lord gave everybody a note. And the only thing that would throw that note off is if you're born right next to another sign. Then it would be a half step difference. But other than that, so what I was doing when I started making flutes, I would make a personal flute in their note. They would love the tones because every song you're crazy about got your note in it. That helped you love it. When you look in the mirror and you see your physical image, well, when your note comes back to your body and you hear that, that affects your soul and spirit too. Or karimba, or Samsa in different parts of Africa give it different names. This is probably the largest one in the world. This is a contrabass one that I made. The keys on it is about 2 inches, and you play it.
Wonderful. And this is just a sampling, folks. This is just a sampling of the many instruments that he has fashioned out of these castaway objects. So I want to get to this butar.
Yeah, this butar.
This is kind of a modified version of the earth harp.
Yeah. This right here.
Which is really the first instrument ever made. First tonal instrument ever made by human beings.
That's right.
And it basically was a stick in the ground that was tied to a stone and a string, and it was bent in order to change the tone on it. Right. So he has taken that principle and turned it into
I call it a butar.
A butar.
Something like a sitar, but it has 1 string, and that particular string is attached to the bottom of
This is your resonator.
Yes, the resonator, and this is a drum skin here, and I have the string tied to a button.
And where did you get your mechanical ability?
I don't know, man. I'm always making and twinkling with things.
I know you're an Air Force veteran. Did you do mechanics in the Air Force?
Well, when I got out there, yeah, I was into electronics a lot, but that's not what I did for the service. I was in supply. But when I got out, I had a job working at a store called Sears and Roebuck's, and this was in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So I was twiddling around with electronics because I was amazing.
Everybody knows what Sears and Roebuck's.
Yeah. So what I did, I took a flashlight. This was in 1959. I was 19. I took a flashlight bulb and I attached the wires from my speaker to the flashlight bulb. And when the speaker would get loud from the music, the light would blink up. I was so excited from my discovery, I showed everybody. I didn't have nobody around me to tell me to get a patent and all of that kind of good stuff. But I went around and I showed it to everybody, and I had their music on their speakers from the record players all beaming with the sound coming through that speaker.
And somebody did make money on that.
Oh yes, when I got back to Baltimore again, there's a disco shops had the lights blinking in there. Because a lot of my inventions, which I've invented a lot of items, and a lot of them were stolen from me. And I heard that happened to a lot of people in the past. But anyway, the butar is a single string instrument, and I put this thing on there, I talked about it in the poem. It has bending tones.
Without talking about this harp.
Oh yeah, yeah. I call this the first bass harp because okay, the first bass harp. This was a brand new can.
At one time.
At one time, when I made the harp, I went to the hardware store to buy the can because I found out about resonations and resonating sounds. So I took the idea from African instrument that I see they have one back there in the room there. And what is that instrument called?
I'm not sure.
It's it has a lot of strings on it. You sit up in that corner right there.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
No, you're looking in the wrong place. Here.
What's inside?
Yeah, you see that?
Oh, that's a kora. That's called a kora.
I stole the idea from the way a kora looks, and I attached that idea.
A kora is essentially a harp.
Yes, it is a harp.
It's a harp.
Yeah, so that's why I call this a bass harp, because to me it sounds like a bass.
Let's get into a little boogie woogie now. Very nice. Now, we're going to do the horn, those two horns last because you're going to play with us with those.
Yeah,
okay?
right. This is a tin horn, and I made this from a variety of different types of cans. I use different types of cans to put this together. I just cut the bottoms out, and I welded them together, and I took a hose and put on it.
Can I help you with it?
No, it's just, I just strap this in. Sometimes I hit the horn all the way out. So what I do, and I show the children, that I use a variety of different types and sizes of cans. Chicken noodle soup can, pineapple can, bean can, tomato paste can, juice can.
And you know what kind of can it was?
American, Puerto Rican can. I use a different, it takes all types of cans to make a tin horn.
Interesting. Yeah. Thought you were going to break out into some miles there.
I wanted to.
Anyway, and what do you call that again?
That's a tin horn.
A tin horn.
Yeah.
Okay.
a gift to the guy in the Wizard of Oz.
We gotta find a better name for that.
Okay, we have to come up with a name for this. This is a transmission.
Because back in the Western time, somebody that was a tin horn was a fake.
Right, that's right, that's right, sure was. We get another name for it. This is a funnel, you put the fluid in the car, transmission funnel. It costs $3 at standard autos, advanced autos. This $3 funnel, and what I did, I found out coincidentally that an alto saxophone mouthpiece.
And now it's worth $10,000, folks. Okay?
$3, $10 for the sax mouthpiece, $3 for the reed. So you're talking $16. This is what a $16 horn sounds like.
Would you like to play something with us?
Oh, yes.
Okay. I'll tell you what, you name the song.
You know Sunny Moon for Two?
Sunny Moon for Two is great. 1, 2, and Did you get him again? Did you get
Say it again.
On bass we have Mr. Kevin McDaniels. And my old friend, and I do mean old friend, on the drums over here. He's a wonderful man, and he's a chemist, by the way. This man's a smart man. He can be anywhere in the world right now. But he's with us today, and his name is Mr. Sam Matthews.
All right.
I'm Derrick Amin. I don't mean a whole lot around here, so. And of course, our guest of honor, the star of the show, the person that we're highlighting today and giving you some background and biographical information on him, Mr. Abu Jabril.
Yeah.
Baba Abu Jabril.
Yeah.
The flute maker, the Baltimore flute maker.
They named the street after me in Baltimore.
That's right, I
Abu
put that
the
in my
flute
report.
maker.
Yeah,
Yeah, Abu the flute maker. Abu the flute maker way. Yeah, Madison Avenue in McMaster.
Madison.